Hello and welcome to JoeSchaeferFlyFishing.com. I'm Joe Schaefer. Today I'm going to show you a slip indicator system for fishing still waters out of a boat or a float tube. You can even use these from shore, but I found that it's a little bit harder to cast with these. So I typically use these out of a boat or out of a float tube. The system's pretty simple. There's two different ways you can put this system together. One being you can put the indicator with the peg up towards your fly line. All you're going to do in that situation, before you put any flies or any tippet on the end of your leader, you're going to feed that through. You're going to feed your leader through that little hole in the top all the way down. Select which area you want that indicator to start at. I'm going to pull that pin and I'm going to make a small little loop. If you make this loop too big, a lot of times it can foul on itself, or the fish can't pop that indicator from the hits. So what I tend to do is make a small little loop, just small loop there that you can see, and I'll kind of pull out the back a little bit as it goes in and just barely peg it. That way, when the fish hits it, it just pops real quick and it'll just slide up and down the line. Reason we want that to slide up and down is if we got 15 to 20 feet of leader and flies at the end of this, you can't reach those fish with your net from a float tube or a boat situation. Sometimes it makes it real difficult. So with that pop and that being able to slide up and down the line, you can get a lot closer to the fish. The second way that you can set this up is actually reverse, and you'll put the line in the back side of the indicator here, with the peg actually is going to be facing your flies. So what we'll do is just feed that through the little tube here. We'll feed that leader through again before we put flies on. Okay, and we can do the same thing with this setup. Make a small little loop and just peg it that way. What's nice about this way is a lot of times this will not foul up, and it's a direct connection to your flies, so it'll pull that indicator real quick and really release that indicator really fast. The one caveat to that is we have to put something down at the bottom to hold that peg. If that peg slides all the way down and say we get a snap off, your indicator will just come right off the line. So what I typically do in that situation is I'll use a tippet ring off the tippet end of your leader, or a small swivel. And what that does is, if we attach that to the end, like I'll show you here, just any of your standard knots will do. I tend to use a Duncan loop. That's one of my favorite knots. So what I'll do is attach that at the bottom of the leader before I start adding my sections of tippet. I'll give that a quick knot at the bottom, and we'll attach our tippet, however much length of tippet, to the end of our leader right off that swivel. It actually helps you cast too. But in this situation, we'll peg it here, and once that pops, now if I get a fish that snaps me off after that pop, my indicator is going to hold to where that swivel or tippet ring's at, and you won't lose your peg. So that's another way to rig these slip indicators. Thank you for watching Joe Schaefer FlyFishing.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you and have a great day.